Hi, are you easily affected by somebody because they said something or did something that hurts your feelings? How long does that affect you? Is it for many days or an entire day it occupies your mind or a mind or a few hours or a few minutes? In this video, I want to share a point of view that you can immediately implement after watching this video that helps you to not be too affected by another person's words or deeds. My name is Nandeep, and I'm a person who loves to help people live the lifestyle that they don't like by helping them understand that the first step in living the best life is to take voluntary effort to live a lifestyle that we're not comfortable with. Get out of comfort zone, in other words. And I've created this method called the wrapped routine model, which I'll be unfolding soon. So subscribe to this channel and like it if you want more content like this that really helps you in this way, specifically on setting goals and achieving them by living this wrapped routine model. Okay, so let's get into this video. Are you affected by somebody? It means that you have an affection for them. Two separate meanings but the same word, interestingly. The more affection you have for somebody, then the more affected you become when they say or do something that is against your will. Of course, now the commonly used way of this word affect is I'm affected by the virus, corona. Let's leave that aside for now and just focus on these two meanings, right? I'm affected by somebody. Now you might say, I don't have affection for certain people, but still I'm affected when they say or do something. Like, for example, my boss or my manager, my co-worker whom I just met recently, they said something that affects me. There are two things to understand here, that I observed in my life. And the first thing is that does not affect you as much as you getting affected by somebody whom you have affection for, whom you care about. That is the first understanding. The second thing is, it's a deeper understanding that you are by default made to be affectionate to fellow human beings and fellow beings. In fact, not just human beings, plants and animals and everybody. By default, you have this affection. That is why you feel that you get affected even if you don't think you have any affection for a person because you don't know that person. In fact, it is if you don't have this default sense of affection for everybody, that is the unnatural state of being, right? So with these two understandings, we can know that whatever the case is, that we are affected because of the identity that we have shaped around ourselves. The ego, in other words, we get affected when somebody does or says something. Now, what to do about this? How to be unaffected by what other people say or do, while at the same time being a human being, right? Like you might say that, how to be unaffected? I'm a human being. Like there is a deeper understanding behind this, and that is what I want to share. So the first thing is having a deeper understanding about ourselves. This is like the powerhouse, the central powerhouse that emanates to all areas and all directions of our life, all aspects of our life. Deeper understanding of ourselves. With this comes the decision of whether or not to accept something that somebody says or reject it, while also respecting the other person. Not creating any hatredness, because that just lowers every layer of our energy, physical, mental state of being and everything. So that is not the right way to do. So you can accept what they say, not focusing too much on the person that says it or does it, because that person might just be an instrument. Maybe we needed to hear that to improve ourselves. Okay, so what they say or do can be accepted or rejected based on the understanding that we have about ourselves. And we can choose to express that to them, that it's useful what you said or not useful. That is up to us depending on the situation. But the first is the understanding about ourselves. And the second one is by understanding that every person that we meet in our life has his or her own position a unique position in our life. They come, we meet them, if the purpose is served or not, and whatever experiences that we gather in our life because of that person, through that person, can teach us lessons, and we can either have a pessimistic attitude towards the world or an optimistic attitude. The best thing is to always stay guarded with a shield of understanding and compassion, that everybody has their own, are living their own life. Okay, everybody have their own life. It doesn't mean that you can let anybody treat the way they treat you, and you don't have to go and just exhibit yourself to them. But the philosophy of just going about in relationships and life with wide arms open, but when somebody comes, not holding too tight at the same time. Leave these hands a little loose and let them go, let them flow, and I will give my love and affection to whomever just comes, and I can not literally hug, by the way, I hope you understand. Yes, so you can just embrace them through your affection and give some nice words, smile, and be always there for them, and be a person that really has affection, while also not being affected, by understanding that they have their own unique position in your life. They have their own unique, you have, just like you have your own unique position in their life. So this comes with the strong understanding of yourself, because you can understand people when you have deep understanding about yourself, because we are all intrinsically made in the same way, right? Our fingerprints are different, the retina that we have different, we look different, we think different, but the intrinsic quality that make us is the same. What we want is the same. Everybody wants love and affection. Everybody wants to be valued, to be counted, and we always have this choice to be or not to be that person who attracts affection without being affected, or attracts a sort of friction in relationships by exhibiting that you're affected by it, taking it too seriously. Then you'll only feel bad about yourself and the other person, which will not do any good. So the practical way to do this is make a journal and note down, observe what you do and the words you say when you're affected by somebody. How long are you affected for? What are the ways that you show this the effect that it has on you? Because people choose to eat, give me that chocolate, give me the junk food, through the taste of my tongue I can get back into a good mood, because the only way you can get back to a good mood after the effect that it had on you is by doing something that gives you good mood. That can be through eating some tasty food, or the carbohydrates especially, watching something on YouTube, or drink. But all these are just escaping, and it only makes it worse, because you're not facing yourself. Okay, the understanding of yourself comes when you observe yourself. And these are chances. Every time when somebody says or does something that affects you, it is a good chance for us to observe ourselves. When we do not observe ourselves, then we'll always get affected every time when something happens. So the best way is to observe how we react. What do we do? How long are we reacted? And why? It can depend on from person to person. And get into this analysis, self-reflection, to say it in a short way. So maintain a diary so that you can have, because at the end of a year, let's say, you will see incidences like that, and you will see patterns of your behavior. That gives you a rich understanding of yourself. And with this understanding comes how you implement or how you react the next time. This is the way to not get too affected by another person too much. It comes with the understanding and practice. I hope this was helpful for you, and I hope that you will implement all of this. And let me know in the comment box if you have anything, and I would love to read them. So I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.